Hey guys, Matt Bentley, MMA Futures. Okay, I'm here with Matt Schartz. Matt Schartz tomorrow night is fighting for the welterweight amateur title. Matt, so this is St. Patty's beatdown 6. Okay, 6-2 as an amateur. You've already collected a couple belts. Where do you train? Like, introduce yourself to our audience.
My name is Matt Schartz, and I'm currently living in Kearney, going to school there, and I train at Quintana Boxing with Ernie Quintana.
Okay, and so what do you know about your opponent? Like, tell me kind of the preparations leading up to the fight tomorrow night. You know, the weight cut, stuff like that. Why don't you explain some of that to the fans out there so that they get a better understanding kind of what you had to go through getting ready for tomorrow night?
As far as what I know about my opponent, I know he's pretty tall, longer, lanky guy. He likes to throw a lot of front kicks, push kicks. I know he has kind of a wrestling background, but he's kind of, from what I've seen, he's moved more to striking. But I worked a lot of movement. I worked a lot of head movement. I worked a lot of grappling. I worked with a wrestler from Iowa State, Dante Rodriguez. And so we worked a lot of wrestling. Worked my stand-up with Ernie and some jiu-jitsu with Alex Weaver and some other guys. And so it was just kind of a mixture, putting it all together. A lot of times for fights, I'll just have one of those. Like, I'll just have the boxing and a little bit of other stuff. But this fight, I was able to get it all and put it together. And as far as the weight cut, it went pretty well. I didn't have to actually cut water really, so I kind of gradually did it rather than sometimes I'll lose 15 in 3 days and then I feel like crap. So I tried to do it a little more gradually and kind of be like at 6 or 7 pounds out this week, so it went pretty well.
Okay, so with a solid weight cut behind you and what sounds like a complete camp, you know, so you did something a little different this time around, okay? What has that done for you mentally? You know, I think that a lot of times everybody thinks about the physical side of MMA. I don't think people grasp what kind of mental preparation it takes to get inside the cage, right? So what are the changes that you've made getting ready for this camp? You know, and with the weight cut being different, with the camp being a full, complete camp, as you put it, what kind of changes has it made mentally getting ready for this fight for you?
Oh, it makes a lot of changes. I mean, I know deep down, like, people don't want to admit it, but if you know going into a fight that you haven't put everything into one aspect, that someone could take advantage of that. So just knowing that, like, all my aspects are put together, like the boxing, the kickboxing, the ground game, and all that, knowing that I don't really feel like I have a weakness, just knowing that, even in the back of your head, just the mental part, like, makes you feel a lot, like, more confident and stronger. Like, I know my last fight I had 3 days notice. They called me and said 170-pound title fight, and I was 185 with two days, and I was like I was training, but it wasn't like a camp. Like, it was 3 days, 15 pounds, basically a weight cut in 3 days, and then I showed up and I won. I mean, I didn't know anything about that opponent, so I mean, I feel a lot more prepared for this one. So.
All right, so you've already collected a couple belts. Tomorrow night we look to add another title to the collection. Okay, in your amateur career, 6-2. Okay, do you have any aspirations, or are you looking forward, like, to a pro career here shortly, or what are we looking at as far as, like, a timeline there?
As far as future, I graduate this year. I mean, so for me, that's a little more important, is getting the career going. I mean, I know you guys probably don't like to. I don't know if you like to hear that or not.
I like to hear that. Yeah, no, I do.
I mean, I could see a pro future potentially. I mean, it's kind of secondary to getting everything else in order, but I want to start focusing on boxing a little more. My coach has really been pushing. I had my boxing debut January 27th, and I knocked him out, so I'd like to kind of do some silver gloves, a little bit of that, mix it up, maybe do some jiu-jitsu tournaments, and I mean, I'll always be training, and MMA is going to be a big part of my life forever, like, whether it's pro, whether it's, I just enjoy it, so.
All right, guys, so tomorrow night, St. Patty Showdown 6, live in North Platte, Nebraska. You can catch it exclusively on MMAFutures.com. I'm here with Matt Schartz tomorrow night. He looks to add another title to his collection. Matt, good luck tomorrow night, bud. Thanks.